have you ever wanted to kill yourself? Or have you ever wanted to stop living, at least? If yes, then it's normal. But if you've had this experience many, many times, then I think we need to talk. Because that is not normal. And when we talk about this, so let me tell you a little background. When I was about 4 or 5 years old, I used to spend a lot of time with my great-grandma. As far as I understand from what my parents told me, she had cancer at that time. And by that time she had already lost her son to cancer, which of course she really loved him, and I think her life was painful basically. And she lost her husband as well. So basically she was kind of alone and in pain probably, and well, of course I didn't know that at the time. But what I saw and what I experienced is that she would often say, "Oh, I wish the God would take me." And then as a 4-year-old I was like, wait, how is it possible? Like, you don't want to live? Like, living is good, you know? Like, you're supposed to want to live because, you know, life is good. Well then, anyway, I learned that some people don't want to live. And since then, all my personality was kind of evolving into this kind of binary situation that people might not want to live. And living is a choice, you see. So I always knew that there is a choice to kill yourself or not, or to keep living. Okay? And so let's talk about that. Okay? When I was a teenager, I had many times when I didn't want to live, and actually in my 20s too. And why I didn't do that? Okay, so number one, wastefulness. So I wanted to kill myself not to be wasteful, because I thought my life is pointless and I'm useless and I'm just wasting the resources of this beautiful world, and I'm taking the resources like the air or water, whatever, from other people. And I thought, yeah, I should kill myself not to be wasteful, preserve the resources of the world. But I then used this, I flipped it on its head, so to speak, and I thought, well, okay, if I'm gonna die, well, why should I just kill myself? You know, like, why not die with some kind of purpose? Because just dying is wasteful. You know, I've already used a lot of resources growing up, so if I don't want to live, okay, don't live. That's your choice. That's my choice, right? But then why should I just throw away my life? You know, it's like you have a full apple, maybe half of it is rotten, whatever, but then you just throw it away. That's wasteful. So I thought, you know, there are many things in life that you can do which require you to sacrifice your life, like being in the army, in the police, firefighters, stuff like that, that you can die, legit, you can die. But you die with some kind of purpose and usefulness. So if you are considering dying, well, don't just kill yourself, just go join the police, go join the firefighters. You see, have some kind of purpose. And then, here's the thing. You might find out that you don't want to die anymore. If you have a purpose, you don't want to die. If you are useful, you don't want to die. So that is kind of catch-22, you see. Another point is this. Wait a second. Another point is this. We all have emotional roller coasters, and more often than not, people who are the most up and down, they are most susceptible to wanting to die. In the bottom of your feeling, that's when you want to die. And on the top, you're like, yay, everything is amazing. And then you want to die. So what I decided for myself is, because I hate regrets, okay, I know that whenever I do things in an emotional state, like when I'm hyper or when I'm low, I regret those things. And so then I thought, okay, if I want to die, no problem, but I need to confirm this. If I want to die even when I'm happy, that's when it's serious. Okay, of course anybody can want to die when they're low, but if you still want to die when you're happy, that's something to think about. Okay, and there is one more point. So even when everything seems to be good, right, and then you still want to die, that is the time for you to start thinking about, is this normal? I mean, is this normal for usual people to feel like that? Probably not. If your life is good and you feel like shit, then maybe something is wrong. And so then you should find what's wrong. In my case, it was probably two things. Number one, maybe. Actually, no. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you what it was, but I will tell you what helped me. What helped me was this. Number one, slow carb diet. One more time, slow carb diet. I want you to hear it well, because basically it's a diet where you eat certain foods and you skip certain foods, and what you eat gives your blood sugar level kind of steadier flow than, let's say, if you eat chocolate, milk chocolate, and nuts. They have about the same amount of calories, but when you eat them, the milk chocolate will give you a spike in calories, and then it goes down. And the nuts, they will give you a steady supply of glucose, the sugar, okay? And then your body can function steadily. So that's number one. And one more thing is that I am under methylating. So basically my liver is not working as it should. And well, not just liver, all body. And so that can cause these symptoms of not being happy or being unhappy, because it messes with your brain. So this is really, really important. When I fixed those things, so in my case I take TMG, trimethylglycine. It gives your body methyl groups to then help with the methylation, and it completely changed my life. Like, I don't want to die anymore. This is the big thing, you see. Before I wanted to die like almost every month. Now it's like, I don't care. I didn't want to die in the worst situations in my life. And yeah, it's like I'm a different person. So remember these 3 points. Number one, you have a choice, but don't regret your choices. Number two, don't waste your life. If you want to sacrifice your life, no problem. Just if you want to get rid of your life, don't waste it, okay? Give it to something useful, okay? Go to Africa, help children, you will die there maybe. Okay, well, but no, you will not do that. You see, you don't want to do that. Anyway, and number three, even if you're happy, everything is good, and you want to die, that's not okay. Okay, check your body. Maybe it messes with itself. Maybe it's not working properly. Okay, and I will see you next time.